there I am again, walking down the sidewalk. I stop at the corner and light a cigarette, still plagued by the mystery of Narragath's augmentation. I cannot seem to find anything, even after digging through old files, configuring Tesla calls, or chasing the Cypress Corporation, which is in suspicion of creating Narragath. I couldn't help but to wonder, how does this cyborg have a personality? What initiates it? After long hours in the office, I was about going crazy.
Hey!
Oh, hey Narragath, hey man, hey.
What's up?
Hello, I'm Wafflestick, and welcome back to the WayStone, Season 3, Episode 39. I'm in a dark, dismal place, and I'm surprised I didn't die because I went away from the keyboard for about 15 minutes. My friend hit a deer, and I was going to go help her out, but she ended up having it tended to, and now I'm back. I just came back to the keyboard. I was like, oh wow, I survived that 15 minutes. I forgot to log out. And I was just doing a little bit of mining down here. If you remember this place, this was the mining trip before last. I had brought the beacon down and I just done a bunch of open mining. And I've just dug this chunk out and into the wall this way. Found a few diamonds, but nothing too crazy. I mean, I got this shulker box stacked full of redstone, some coal, and a bunch of lapis, but I had like 30 diamonds, and this was like 15 that I had added to it, and I just put it in the shulker box to clean out my inventory. Something I did find from that last mining trip, we have a bunch of granite, andesite, and diorite I want to pack with me to take to base because I run out of that material rather fast. I use it a lot in my builds. But yes, today's episode, I want to focus on getting things done that I need to get done. And it is the next day. A follow-up on my friend, she ended up hitting the deer, damaging her vehicle, but she's okay. So that's what matters. I mean, I've got a very unattractive dent in the front of my vehicle too, where I hit a deer. It's not fun. They're overpopulated in this area. They seem to jump right out in front of you. I think they're overpopulated in a lot of areas in the United States. But yeah, hitting a deer, it's rather scary. It's not fun, and there's a lot of damage that comes with that. But as far as our resources go, I've got a bunch of granite, got a whole double chest filled with it. I've got some andesite, which I use more, wish I had more of, and I'm poor in the gravel department. Really need that for my concrete. Diorite, I don't use so much, but it's nice to have in the backstock just in case I get into some waterworks, because this stuff makes excellent windowsills, especially when you use polished diorite, as odd as that is. Stone is my real resource. I mean, I've got all of this, and then I got every shulker box filled to the brim with stone. I even had a second double chest. Now, most of the shulker boxes were from Imrouse, but yeah, I used the rest of it for the Nether Tunnel project, so I had enough stone in the beginning. I just had to place it. It was a long process. So let's go to the top. I noticed something when flying back into the base. We have 2 beacons set up over at the storage unit. So coming up, and I noticed that we don't have a beacon on this side, or 2 beacons rather. We need that. But the only problem is, dead center, if I can find it here, it's like right there. These 2 blocks that we're standing on, they're blocked. That's my luck. So what I'm going to have to do is rearrange the redstone circuit to just go over a few more blocks, come back and snake back around right into that villager and the piston work. So let me get that done. We'll dig out a small room and have 2 extra beacons, so we'll have our full set complete. I really feel sorry for you guys, because sometimes you watch my videos and you probably ask yourself, Waffle, why are you doing that? Even though I'm not there to hear you, I know you say that sometimes. Especially Petska, he's had a couple of moments where he's pointed it out in the videos. But yeah. This is complete. We've got our beacon in. It goes right through that little box I made for the circuit. And we got the other ones on the other side. We just got to balance these out by putting yellow glass in the right one, and then orange in this one, so that it will even out into yellow for both beams, like I did with this one. Ooh, that's beautiful. And I got to pick the attributes to go onto these. You know, I don't think I've really had beacons for other purposes aside from jump boost, speed, and haste, so I definitely want strength and resistance. Those 2 are especially awesome because you don't have to worry about distorting your screen. Okay, so we got that one. And I think is that resistance 2? It is, isn't it? Let's go ahead and get this one going if I can. Beacon's broken? What's going on there? And there it goes. Sometimes you just have to relog for these beacons. I don't know what that glitch is, but it really bothers me. Now it's just time to put in this red concrete again, and our room will be polished off as long as we can get that glass and remember it. Oh yes, now that's looking spiffy. Enderman keeps teleporting inside. This would be a good opportunity to test this out. So let's see how fast that. Whoa, did that really just kill him in one swipe? Wait, I'm so confused. Is strength that strong? What the heck? He must have just teleported back on fire. That's really strange. I didn't expect it to be that effective. Zombie? I missed my opportunity. But yeah, this is done. This pretty much completes the beacons for the base. I've got a couple of other things to go look at too. Just done a spawn run. Nothing in the shops, nothing in the post office box. I keep trying to dodge trees in the jungle. Oh no. It's all fun and games until you lose all of your items. But yes, I had noticed this earlier. We've got to get this finished. I said that episode that I was going to be doing the support work in the future, and that future is now. So I want to get this done. Got to think of some kind of cool block combination to come up with the birch. That's going to be hard to match up with something. Maybe andesite, or we could do brickwork. But that's got to go all the way down, so I'm going to go easy on the column work, but maybe a little bit more intricate at the top. Let's go into a creative world and see if we can come up with a combination real quick. My rather small redstone world. It's mixed with builds too, so it's very messy. It just looks like crap. But over here is where I was going to be working on the bridge design. And I've got to keep in mind, I've got to keep this in consideration that this is the water level, so we only have one block to really work with. And that's going to be tough for arches when it comes to stairs and slabs. So let's go through the building process of this. I thought maybe some of these could be cool, like gray wool. We're doing some kind of gray. And I want to do like a 3-block design. And since we're not going to go with an incredible arch, we're not going to be like, this is the water level right there where this block is going into. So I cannot really do stairs right there, or the water is going to look really weird. So we'll probably have to do the stairs up there. And I'm not sure if I like brick or not. I was thinking brick would be a good combination with birch, but we already have some brick. And on the sides, I mean, it does look very solid, but I don't think it's going to polish it off for us. So if we were to just try out some wood, it looks cool, but it's too much wood. Anything else that we can use? I mean, we could probably implement some wood in that design. It'd be okay if we done like maybe the wings for it. So if we done like a 3-block design and then the wings like this, now that would work. But we need to extend that to make it look more like an arch. So let's do some slab work. Find oak. There we are. Try that as the wing. Yeah, that'll work. We just need some front depth and we don't need to use bricks. Let's try some granite. Granite surprisingly goes really well with birch. Wow, that looks good. Yeah, I like that so far. We just gotta have some frontal depth and maybe a mix of different colors because, well, granite's cool and all. What could work well with, ooh, there's andesite right there. Let's try that out. So we could do this. Whoop, have the front come out. And then just have like these little subtle pieces connecting to the bridge back there as the granite, and then have the andesite as our solidified block. Because our water's right here anyways, it's not going to matter much to see the blocks underneath the water unless they're an incredibly bright color, which is not what we're going for. We're going for more of like an industrial build. And that'll work. Needs some kind of attachment there. We'll do the stairs. And to make it more solid, we could do some fence work. Let's try... see what this would look like. It's a little too much. Maybe just, let's try some iron fence. That would work, I think. Whoop. Try some iron fence here. Ooh. Now I like that. It keeps the industrial style. And then we could do like maybe 10 blocks over, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's 10 blocks over already. So we could do another arch there. And that should be enough arches. I mean, we're tricking the mind into thinking this is a bigger arch than what it is. Yeah, that'll work. Now I just need to go over to the WayStone and implement that design. We'll look at it after, since we've already went through the build design. I think this will be okay. Cross your fingers. A week has passed. I've been really busy, and I've been chipping away at this. It wasn't a very big project, but I've been getting on here and there, just, you know, adding little tidbits. And finally, it is complete. We've added some extra stuff, like the bottom, illuminating the struts underneath the bridge. Really makes it pop much better than... Because, see, I put it together, and the arches just didn't look very good. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but I really wanted to go over the top for the bottom, and adding in this big strut with the sea lanterns, and I also done them underneath the bridge too. Little connector sea lanterns so we can get some glow underneath. Man, it has went a long ways. And the illusion sort of fades the closer you get to the bridge. I mean, it does look like arches if you were to come way out here. And look, I mean, very humble, minimalistic arches. But then when you get closer, the illusion sort of fades away. It's like, oh, I see what you done there. It's like little wings or like little stilts or something. So even though it's like half a success, I would say viewing it from the distance is best. Now that we've got that done, finally, the underbelly of the bridge. Wow, that looks cool from up here. Let's go work on connecting another portal to the magical forest area. Been meaning to do it forever now. Buildmonger has asked me several times. And I'm going to finally do it for you, Buildmonger, and myself. Finally, I found it. I never wrote down the coordinates for this area, so I just rough guess every time. Sometimes I will go all the way around to the swamp biome and then backtrack to find it. It's really a hassle, but I've wasted a lot of rockets trying to find this place. Guess we could mark the coordinates real quick, get back to spawn. I'm going to do it right here likely. So I'm just going to screenshot that. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't see anything. Go away, creeper. I also thought to do it in the cave residence. Did he really just blow up from that skeleton? He blew up right where I marked my portal. Seriously, you're gonna troll me like that? How dare you? How dare you guys do this to me? I'm just gonna screenshot this. Now, as I was saying, the cave residence would have been a cool place for the portal too, but seems more trivial because you would have to tread through water to get to this area, compared to just stepping out and walking into my witch farm. So, that seems more of a viable choice. It's just slightly more dangerous because we've got some darkness and exploding creepers from skeletons. So now that we've got that marked, let's go back to spawn and let's go through the main nether hub and see if we can get this connected up in a jiff. Oddly, I like mining nether tunnels. Bridging them? Not so much. I've been doing this forever. I've got to get to X coordinates 350 and I am at 256 right now, so about 100 more blocks. I mean, it's not far from my tunnel too. That's a great thing, is my witch farm isn't too far from the tunnel that goes into my base. But there's much more of this. Oh, thank you. A breakthrough. Oh, it feels so good. Alright, so tunnel complete. I went back and got obsidian and flint and steel. I ran into Cornelia's tunnel. That is her portal to her base. So we would have quick and easy access. And since she isn't doing like ice roads, this should be okay. And it's the end of the season, so I don't think it's going to bother her too much. I hope she wasn't going to decorate her own tunnel. So let's go ahead and see where this takes us. Oh no, I would place my obsidian oddly. Let's go ahead and break this real quick. I'm really hoping that we don't have to do much more work. And it just puts us in that exact spot. Oh no. Oh. Well. Extremely close. Extremely. I suppose I should just move this up a bit. Okay. Now we have a portal going to the magical forest. Buildmonger, if you want to visit, just go down the purple tunnel and on the right hand side before the end tunnel. It is there. And you can also visit Cornelia's base on the way. Oh, something really terrible is happening. Let's face it, if you've made it this far in the video, then you're likely a WayStone follower, and you deserve this sneaky announcement. This is usually how I do things. I don't know for the true dedicated followers. This episode marks my final 2 projects for Season 3. Yep. That's all the project's going to be doing. I'm going to be cleaning up here and there, like I'm going to be cleaning up some of my chests and builds, because Season 3 has an end date of May 30th. So after May 30th, June 2nd, we're going to be doing a group live stream, doing a whole server tour. And then we're going to be doing the upload that day on that live stream. And I'm going to make it an official episode, episode 41 finale. I'm going to do episode 40, so there'll be one more episode before that live stream for me. I'm going to go over everything that I have done on the server and just kind of look at everything, look back on Season 3, and just appreciate it. Because we've been here for a year. You know, it's going to be really exciting getting into some new stuff, but it's going to be almost hard to leave what we got used to. I mean, it doesn't really hit you until the final day when you're about to close down the server. Oh, it's going to be gut-wrenching. And I'm sure like some of you are going to be like sad. You know, I know Jordan Pretty is going to probably cry, and I'll have to have Canes come over and hold her. Well, anyway. Yeah. I mean, it feels good to have most of my projects done, you know. Season 2, Season 1 didn't really feel complete. And this one feels complete. Like, I feel like I gotten everything done that I want done. I feel like I could do a little bit more with my main base, but for the most part, everything is polished off. Man. So we'll just see you in the final episode, and we'll go over everything we've done. But I think that's going to be about it for today's episode, guys. Hope you enjoy watching. We'll see you next episode. Have a fantastic day. See you later.